What's that smell? Is that money? I smell money in the air. Disney Lorcana. In fact, so much so that I literally looked up, is Ravensburger a publicly traded company, when I was in Target and had my hands on my starter decks and could not find any else anymore. So just, it's not, unfortunately. But taking a look at Lorcana, and then we're taking a look at Marvel Dagger, not necessarily in this order. Taking a look at Chomp, and then last but not least, we're taking a look at 13 Words, a word game in which you are trying to read each other's minds. So let's take a look at these games right now, what they do. We'll come back up, talk final thoughts. DicetowerStore.com.
All right, this is Disney Lorcana. You already know about it. You've already seen it. You've already been sold on it. Heck, you're probably trying to find a booster right this very second while watching this video. So I'm not going to give you a full overview. I'm going to give you kind of how to play. This is my blue and silver deck. I can't remember what that's called. It's like Sapphire Steel or something like that. Yeah, love this deck. But I'm going to give you a quick overview how to play. When you start the game, you shuffle your cards, deal 7 cards. 6, 7. Look at your cards, and then you can play certain things. Ooh, look at that one. It's a good Simba. In order to play these cards, you need to pay the cost of them in ink. So this card would cost 5. This would cost 2. The way you make ink is any card with a special gold circle around it can be put in your inkwell as ink. Then let's just say, now that I have 1 ink out there, I can exhaust or exert this ink to play the goons out there. Now they don't come in just yet. Their ink is still drying, which also means they can't be attacked unless a card out there exists that has special characterizations or qualifications. But on your next turn, you'll draw a card, you'll ready everything, you'll set, and you'll draw. So you draw back, and now this card can play. Now it can do 2 things. It can quest or it can challenge. If you want to challenge, you're going to put your attack against their attack, and everybody takes damage. There's no, well, I blocked this. Now there may be things to come with that, but this has 2 health. So if you're fighting someone with 2 health, well, let's just say Simba goes against this goon right here. Simba does 3 damage to the goons, they're toast, they're banished. And then they will still do the 2 damage to Simba, which he has 5, so they're gonna hold off. Now, if you wanted to quest instead, you're gonna say, I'm putting up for a quest, exert it. You check the amount of little lore symbols here, you'll gain that much lore. Now, if you've been exerted, you can then be challenged. If someone has not been exerted, they cannot be challenged. So this Simba currently could not be challenged. You'll play to the first person gets 20 lore. That's how you play Disney Lorcana.
All right, so first and foremost, that is Disney Lorcana. Now, obviously, this game is everywhere. You're hearing about it everywhere. Is it as good as the hype lives up? Well, let me just tell you, I did not play Magic the Gathering. I did have a first edition Charizard. I pulled it in 6th grade. My mom bought us a booster pack right after school. We opened it up. I'm sitting in car line, and I open it up, and I scream, it's a Charizard! Don't know where it is now. Probably worth a lot of money, even if it's all scrambled and cracked and stuff. But because we played with those things. We weren't collecting. But Lorcana is a game that is a Disney-related collectible card game. Now, if you know anything about us, especially the whole family, we're big Disney files, big Disney Parks files especially. Love some Disney. I love obscure Disney. So when I see like, you know, the Sword in the Stone, Black Cauldron reference, I'm like, yeah, that's my jam. This is a card game, obviously all about trying to fight, but not really, and collect the lore. So the question then becomes, okay, is the game as good as the hype? Because the game is hyped everywhere. People want this game. They are trying to get their hands on this game. Are they playing this game, though? Is it good? Well, let me just tell you, I adore this game. So much so that I am unfortunately going to become a meta player of this game, to the point where I will go and play Lorcana tournaments. If there's an event that has a Lorcana tournament, I'm going to play it. Like, I'm going to be there. I'm going to get every single new deck that comes out. If I walked into my Walmart or Target or game store today and they had booster packs on sale, I would drop some money on them. Like, I'm that invested. Like, I want to collect those. Like, I want the Tinkerbell. I want those alternate arts, right? I want those. I don't have any alternate arts yet. I'm really disappointed about that. But as far as the game, the art is amazing. The game it looks gorgeous. And what I love about it is every card is pretty simple to understand. Yes, there's a few keywords in this basic set. You know, you've got Guardian, you've got support, you've got those kind of basic keywords, but obviously more is coming as the sets grow more. But what I love is it's simple to pick up and play. You can teach this while you're playing. There are a few games that you can do that. You can just hand someone a starter deck and say, okay, draw 7 cards. Now on your turn, you can do this, this, and this. Now what I love about it too is the ink, right? I love that ink is just a resource. It's any card can become ink. So maybe I drew that Maui. Yeah, I want to play him later, but I don't really have room for him now, and I don't want to wait 8 turns to play him. So I'm going to make him my ink right now. To me, that is such a good idea to have the variable resource cost. Instead of attaching resource to your characters, you're attaching it to your whole kind of collection, whatever it's called. Anyway, the game looks great. I love the way it plays. And here's the deal. I don't love the way it plays just at 2. I love the way this plays at 4. Now, at 4, you're having to watch everybody, which is tricky, right? And so you think, okay, I'm setting up to stop this person, and then boom, she nails you from the side, which definitely happened to me. Aurora was banished. She died from Dragonfire, which we know that's not what happened in the story. Prince Philip shows up, kicks and tail. Right? So, nonetheless, I like the game at 2. I like the game at 4. I love this game. Lorcana is definitely something that's going to be a major part of my life going forward. I love this game.